All right, Saturday, Mary Ellen.
Good morning.
Morning.
Go Dodgers. Bad night last night, so anyway, I want to talk about assumptions today. And this is something I've been thinking a lot about lately. And we talk about it here, don't make assumptions, it's one of the 4 agreements. And I started thinking about it and thinking, this is really deep work. If we say we're going to try to not make assumptions, and we really pay attention to that and are as mindful about it as we can be, it's very, very deep work. Because I'm not going to make an assumption about what you're thinking right now, but I also have to not make assumptions about what is your life experience. You don't have the same life I have. I don't have the same life you have. I don't have the same way of seeing the world. I'm female, you might be male. I'm white, you might be African American or Latino. Very, very different experiences that we may come from. So if we really pay attention to don't make assumptions, then what we're saying is, can we go forward and ask somebody, this is what I am understanding, this is what I'm imagining, is this how you're actually feeling? I want to share with you a story that I thought I learned a lot from. A friend of mine was sharing an experience that she had with her husband. And they've been married for a very long time. You think people know each other after they've been married for 35 years, I think. She had this experience of coming home from several days away. Her husband came to pick her up at the train station. She came out, she got to the car. He doesn't bother to get out of the car. He doesn't help her with her bag. Okay, that's fine. She gets in the car and he's clearly pissed. And he'd been sitting in traffic and driving around trying to find a place to pick her up. So she kind of got it. So she tried to accommodate. So here's this person who's very angry. He hasn't even looked at me. He hasn't greeted me. What's going on here? Her natural reaction was, you're angry, I'm going to back off. So, of course, we all know these things don't go well. They erupt, and we have to talk about it the next night. So the following evening, they had a conversation about it, and part of it was a heated conversation. But at the end, what they had understood was each of them had been triggered. And this was the part that was so amazing to me. So he had been triggered by the traffic, he was agitated, he was tired, and he got angry, which was a normal reaction for him. She said to him, if I was able to stay in my center at that moment, what would you want me to do that would help you at that moment when you're angry? And he said, get in my face. She said, what do you mean? He said, call me on it. Tell me, it's going to be okay. You don't need to be angry about this. She was blown away because that is the last thing she wants somebody to do when she's angry. And then he said to her, so you withdrew. That's very triggering to me. What could I do to help you in a moment where you're withdrawing? And she said, be gentle and ask me how I'm feeling. And he had the same experience that she had when he answered. His experience was, when I withdraw, I want you to leave me alone. And it was so amazing to listen to this story. Here are these people married 30 years who were kind of clueless about what was going on for the other person and what the other person needed. So as I thought about assumptions, I thought, how deep are our assumptions? Our assumptions are our worldview. They're the way we get through the day. And how do we begin to become more mindful that in some ways we don't have a clue?